I used to sport the gummy.
Oh,
Hot top,
say,
shoe box, stash with money.
Give me more.
Remember when everything used to be live? When everything used to be fly? That was way back then. Dope boys had green back then. Remember when everything used to be live? Remember when everything used to be live?
What's pure with the smell gooders out there? It's your favorite centaur, say Trey, and we are back. And this time we are back with a complete fragrance haul. So I have approximately, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 fragrances here with me today. And since this is a fragrance haul, it's just gonna be, a slicing open of the cellophane and getting, kind of like a look at the bottle, quick spray on the strip, and that's it. And then once I get a full-on wearing, then I'll come back and tell you guys about projection and longevity and occasion and notes and all that other jazz. But let's get into the first one. The first one we're going to get into is Hawass Fire. And this is definitely a hot one. Pretty hyped up. Red bottle. Anyway, let's get into it. That's the best part of it, slicing it open. Get that out of the way. And there you have the box. That's Hawass Fire for him. Turn around on that one, that's the side. That's the back. And the side, back to the front, and the bottom. You guys can see that there. So yeah, let's crack this thing open. And you can't pull it out by the cap, but I always tell you, do not do so. Do as I say, not as I do. And look at that bottle. That one there is a beauty, isn't it? Let's get a quick little wipe down on that one because it's a little dusty. Let's see. I don't know why it's dusty. That's weird. It was in the box. Wipe down on that. Oh, it's got fingerprints on it. There we have. That is the bottle for Hawass Fire. Right? Quick little turnaround. I like the red bottle. I like the fact that you can see the juice. That's a huge plus, because one of the things about some of these darker bottles or bottles that, aren't transparent, you don't know how much fragrance you have in there. And if it's a fragrance you love, then what? Let's get the cap off. Turn the atomizer forward. And that's the cap, hefty cap. Has that classic Hawass serpent on there. Get that in focus. Cap does snap into place. It is not magnetic. Check out the atomizer. Great atomizer. Love the atomizer. All right, let's get this on a strip. See what this smells like. Cap back on there. Let's see. Oh yeah, I love that. So I got this one for approximately, I want to say 46 on Amazon. Took about a week to get. So, oh yeah, I like that. It's not too spicy. It's slightly fruity. It's fresh. I like that a lot. Now, see the one of the caveats to this. So, I had got a bit, let's say, eager to get this bottle, and I also wanted to get it at a certain price point. So I didn't want to spend approximately $50 on this, which it came out to about 46. We have no sales tax here, but nevertheless, the first purchase I purchased was off of eBay. As you can see, look at the box, it's dinged up, and it was about half the price, about $25. So after I did some research on the shipper, and as you can see, there's some differences there on the bottom there. After I did some research on the shipper, originally the shipper was supposed to ship from California, and then later it said it was coming from China. So that's a huge red flag. When you see something coming from China, you automatically think Temu, counterfeit, fugazi, all of that. So let's crack open this. What could be a potentially a fake copy? And also the cellophane is different. Yeah, slice that open. Let's see. I already kind of gave you guys a glimpse of the box, and look at that. The box is all dinged up. Let's just get this thing open. So my first inclination is that this is not like the origination. Let's see. All right. It does look pretty similar. It has that same dustiness from the box as the other one. So it could be real. The cap looks about the same. Let's see. Let's compare the stickers at the bottom. Looks about the same to me. Let's see. So the one on your right, I believe, is the real one, and the one on your left is the fake one, but they look pretty much identical to me. So, well, the true litmus test will be how it smells. So let's see if it smells similar. So we have that, of course. See, got the real one there. Not to say that this is fake or counterfeit. Feels about the same. See if it smells the same. Smells identical. So it looks like I might have overpaid on Amazon for twice the price because I thought I was going to get a fake from eBay, but it smells the same. Now the boxes are slightly different. Let's see if I can get that on cam for you guys. Bear with me. So the differences I noticed is in the text. Right away, one of the main differences I noticed is that at the bottom of the boxes here, so the one that I got from eBay, you can see the text, the font size there, versus the font size here, right? The font size is larger on the one that I got from Amazon. Now let's look at the bottom information there. This is the Amazon one. Then let's look at the bottom information on the box of the eBay one. As you can see, there are some differences. However, in sniff testing, I can't tell the difference. So looks like I got an extra bottle, you know. I just have to gift it, give it away. But let's move on. Too much time on the Hawass Fire. Let's get to the next bottle. Bear with me as I repackage this back up. Let's see. Yeah, I do like this one. I can't wait to test this one. I might make this my scent of the day. Let's see. So anyway, moving on. Let's go to the next thing that we have up. We have Rayhan Crimson. Rayhan Crimson. And this also was hyped up a few months ago. And this is supposed to be an interpretation of Creed's Centaurus, I believe. So anyway, that's the box. Sides. It's got some Arabic writing there. The back of it. I do like this box. Back to the front. Bottom. Top. Yeah. Let's get through this open. Samurai. Yeah. Okay. So, crack the cellophane open on this. That's just the sleeve. Seen that? Almost. That's the sleeve. It almost slid out from the bottom. So that's the box under the sleeve. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful presentation. If you can see that texture there. Actually, that's probably just scratches, not real texture. Let's crack this open. Let's see. Again, pulling the bottle out by his cap. Oh, that's a beauty. That is a beauty of a bottle. Rayhan Crimson. So again, this is just a haul. Presentation of the box, the bottle, sniff test, no notes. We'll get to that later. So here's the bottle. Look at that. That is a beautiful, beautiful bottle. And I got this, I believe, $30 on Amazon. Actually, it might have been in the 40, 45 range, I'm not sure. The beautiful Rayhan logo on there. It's the bottom there. Looks like it's a batch number, if you can see that. It's very reflective. And that is the top right there. That is the cap. Let's get this cap off. Fits in there pretty snug. And where's the atomizer at? There we go. Let's get this on the strip. That's the most important part. It's the juice. Elixir. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful sprayer. Pressurized atomizer. Let's see. What does it smell like? It has some similarities to the Huas Fire, but not a one-to-one in any regards. I would say about 30-35% similar to the Huas Fire. Now, I have not yet gotten my sniffer on the Creed Centaurus, whatever it is. But I do like this DNA. This is competing with Scent of the Day with the Huas Fire. But yeah, definitely. Let's move on. Let's get through this haul. I'm going to take too long on this. Get this off to the side. And again, that's Rayhan Crimson. Rayhan Crimson, which is an interpretation of Creed Centaurus. All right, moving on. So next we have Thierry de Hermes Eau de Parfum Intense. And this also had a little bit of hype in Fragcom as being unique, being a bit out the box, because as we all know, lately these companies, these, juicers of fragrance have just been making a lot of similar things, Tonka heavy things. And this one is a bit unique. I wish I could pull up the notes on this one, but I don't have time, but I will do a full review on this later. So let's get that cellophane open. And if you're familiar with this DNA at all, this is a very earthy, orangey fragrance, very masculine. I love this fragrance. I actually have the Eau de Toilette as well as the Parfum. So let's get this out the box. Who cares about the box anyway? Well, I'll give you guys a brief display of the box. It's the bottom there, badge code, Hermes Parfums. Side with the QR code for authenticity. Also shows you how you can use this as a refillable, recharge refill. And back to the front of the box, back to the top of the box. Let's get to the bottle. For frag's sakes, let's get to the bottle. And there we have the bottle. Isn't that a beauty? That isn't a beauty. That Rayhan Crimson is still in my nostrils. That's definitely a good thing. And so I originally, when I was going out to go grab I did a little review on that, was the Chanel Homme. The Chanel Allure Homme. When I went to go grab that from Sephora, I dipped into Nordstrom's, got my sniffers on some juice, and this one stood out to me, and I went and copped a bottle. So let's get into the bottle. So the front, you have the logo, Thierry de Hermes, Eau de Parfum Intense. Side there, fingerprinter it is. It's the back. Looks like you have the batch code here in the corner. Side and the bottom. Now, the original, the OG Thierry de Hermes had a twist top with a twist down, and then it would reveal the atomizer. This one does not. It is now just a pull off. Have the atomizer there. Let's get this juice on a strip. Now, I did get my sniffer on this already. I did wear this as a scent of the day, and I do love this fragrance. That's why I copped it. All right, let's get to the juice. Let's see how this one smells. Yeah, and if I recall, this has a note of lava stone. Again, Thierry de Hermes is known for its earthiness, its woodiness, and its earthiness, which makes it very, very masculine. So that makes sense to have some lava stone in there. I don't know how you create that scent, but I do get that vibe. I'm not sure if there's patchouli in this, but I get that vibe. I get that original Hermes, Thierry de Hermes DNA. Yeah, this is definitely a banger. I love this one. So everything right now so far, I'm definitely digging. Of course, I already know I was going to love this one. That's why I got it. That's why I copped it. However, let's blaze on. Let's blaze on. Next, we're going to get to Fragrance World Harmony Code Absolute. And based off of that name, you could take a guess at what this will be an interpretation of. But for the sake of time, I'm just going to reveal it. It is an interpretation of Armani Code Absolute, which is the reason why I had to cop it. I had to snag it. The reason why I had to snag this interpretation is because this is a discontinued fragrance. And as you can see where the juice level is, it's almost gone. And I do not want to hit up eBay to pay about $200, $300 for 50 ml of this fragrance, even though I love this DNA. So what I am hoping for is that this will be similar enough to replace that, and I will only wear that on special occasions, and I will wear this as a wear and tear here and there. With that said, let's tear open this cellophane, slice it open. Let's get the cellophane off. Throw that on the ground. There's the box. Turn to the side. Armani code on the side. The back, information, ingredients, QR code, authenticity. Again, on the other side, Armani code. It's the bottom, another QR code. The batch code. Fragrance World logo. Let's get this box open. There we have the bottle. I mean, dare I say the similarities? Armani Code, Absolute. Harmony Code, Absolute. So, let's get a gander at the bottle. It's the bottle there. Fits nice and ergonomic. And the hands and the fingers. The bottom there, it's the top. Let's get this cap off. Let's get to the juice. Turn the atomizer around to the front. Get some spritz. Let's see what this one smells like. We have Harmony Code Absolute, which is an interpretation of this. Let's see. Wow. I don't want to waste my juice, because as you can see, I'm very low on this discontinued fragrance here. So I'm not going to spray to compare, but I can tell you off top, this is a 1-to-1. Wow. Amazing. And I got this off of Fragrance Buy for about $30. This is amazing. Absolutely amazing. Very, very, very content with this haul so far. Anyway, moving on. This is Harmony Code Absolute, which is very, very, very good. Almost a spot-on 1-to-1 clone of Armani Code Absolute. Harmony Code Absolute. All right, moving on. So next we have Afnan Tarathi Blue. So this was another hypey beast out there in Fragcom. And I have not got my whiffers or sniffers on this one. So let's crack this one open. I hear it's supposed to be similar to Bulgari Tiger or similar to Blue Day Chanel. So I am familiar with the Blue Day Chanel DNA. I do not own Blue Day Chanel. I do love the DNA. I just don't own a bottle. Pardon my discrepancies here. Get this cellophane up off of here. Let that drift to the ground there. And we have Afnan's Tarathi Blue. Let's turn the box around so you can get full view of it. Yeah, that's the scenic route. I know, people really don't care about the boxes, even though I gotta say these Arabic fragrance houses actually do a great job with the presentations. And this is a lift up coffin style. And it has Afnan with messaging inside. Maybe you can read that. I'll give you a few moments. And you have the bottle. Let's get the bottle up out of here. It's the bottle. The box back here. And that is the bottle. Afnan Tarathi Blue. Looks like a man with some staunch shoulders. Looks like the top half of the torso up half of a superhero. There is the sticker with most likely the batch code on it. And then you have the cap, which is not very snug. Has some heft to it. Atomizer. Gotta say, this is a grandiose presentation. Let's get it on a strip. Spritz, spritz. Let's see how it smells. Off the first sniff, nothing special to me. I don't know how Bulgari's Tiger is supposed to smell, so I won't judge that based off of this. It's like a tamed down Blue Day Chanel. It's all right. It doesn't smell bad. It doesn't smell great. Yeah, this one is probably the least exciting of the haul so far. Anyway, let's move on. Get the cap back on there. And yeah, you have, does click into place. Afnan Tarathi Blue. All right, moving on. And lastly we have, they say, first shall be last and the last shall be first. Something along those lines. We have another hypey. Liquid Broom by French Avenue. Liquid Broom. Either Brun or Broom, one of the two. Let's do a full little twist, full rotate of the box there. This is an Eau de Parfum concentration. Has the notes there, which is great because I wasn't going to look up the notes. You have cinnamon, bergamot, cardamom, orange blossom, middles of bourbon vanilla, LME, some musk, praline, ambroxan, and Gaiac wood. And with the fake little jewel embedded in the box, sticker, looks like the box inside of the cellophane will also have a QR code. Let's get the Ginsu, let's get the katana out. Slice that open. Let's see here. And let's see how this opens. Bear with my, no idea. Okay. Just No idea how this one opens. Bear with me a second there. Oh, it opens from, instead of that way, it opens from the inside. Hard. I mean, look at that. It's all dinged up. It's not dinged up, but just kind of out of place there. There you have the bottle sitting inside of there. That is French Avenue Liquid Brune 2. And this is supposed to be an interpretation of Parfums de Marly Altair. There's Altair or Altair or whatever it is, Altair. Now, I did go to Nordstrom's and get a sample of it and also smell it on a tester strip, and I also had a chance to wear it. And I like the DNA of it. It was something in the OG, the Parfums de Marly Altair, that had something that was kind of harsh in it. But anyway, we're going to see if this is a close enough interpretation of it. Now, it wasn't too harsh. It was something dusty or something about it, but I did like the overall. You know what? This is considering we're speaking on dusty. I don't know if you can actually see that on the camera there. It's kind of dusty there. Let's get the microfiber and give it a little dust off the shoulders there. So here's the bottle. It's got that jewel embedded in the front label. Yeah. A full on twist there, rotation. It is attracted to fingerprints. It's the bottom there, French Avenue sticker. The cap, not very snug. Do not grab this one by the head. Let's get this on a strip. Flip the atomizer to the front and spritz. All right, let's see. Okay, yeah, definitely gives me those vibes of the Parfum de Marly Altair. Or Altair, whatever it is. Yeah, I do like this one. Yeah, so this one right here is another banger. Again, this was like, what, $26, $30 or something like that on Amazon. So if you're into that DNA, and this is definitely cooler weather, get your snaggers on this one. So yeah, this was, again, another Osé Centaur snagduction. So again, with this fragrance haul, I'm going to say most of these were winners outside of the Taarafi Afnan Blue. Very basic to me, basic blue to me, nothing special, overhyped. However, with a Harmony Code Absolute, the Tier de Hermes, let's go back through it. This one here is definitely a major win. This one right here, I would definitely, off a first sniff and wear, I would say is definitely a frag to snag. And then also with the Rayhan Crimson, definitely is another frag to snag. And the Hawass Fire is definitely fire, definitely snag that one. And I believe that is all of them, along with the French Avenue Liquid Brune or Brun, whatever it is. So with that said, I will get full wearings of these, make these scents of the day, scents of the date, or scents of the evening. And I will be back and give you guys a full on rundown on the production, the projection, the longevity, the sillage, as well as if I get any compliments from these. Until next time, frag to snaggers, do what you do, like, subscribe, tell a frag head to tell a frag head. Until next time, do what you do what you do. Don't just smell good for them, but smell good for you.